Welcome to Authentic Wellness with Joni and Joey. I'm Joni.
And I'm Joey.
Another episode.
Another awesome episode. So I just have to say, I'm starting to notice that you do a lot more really cool things for self-care than I do.
Well, jump on board, baby.
I know.
Isn't that what we're trying to do here?
It really is. Oh my goodness. Yes, the guest today is, this is spectacular. We had a little road trip.
We did.
Went to her place of business, which is what is it called?
It's called Emerge Skin and Soul.
Skin and Soul. And it was like as soon as you walked in the door, you just felt this.
You can feel the energy first of all, right?
For sure.
Calming, but inviting.
Yes. Like you just wanted to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have so many great services too. So Azalea, who is our guest, is an esthetician.
Mm-hmm.
They also offer massage therapy.
Right.
They do Reiki.
Yes.
They do cord cutting.
Right. This little tuning fork thing.
With the massage.
Yes.
Very
I've had a
cool.
massage, I've had a facial, but this kind of takes it to the next
Combining
level.
all these things,
Right.
They really take a look at you as the whole person to see what you need.
Right.
It's cool. And when we heard about the tuning fork, I thought of our guest Alexander.
I did too.
I was like, well,
yes.
he's all about sound healing, and now we're getting massage with sound.
Right. And the vibration.
Mhm.
Like she kind of touched it and put it on
on
your skin,
you.
and you can just feel it. It's
Very cool.
amazing. It's very cool.
Well, I can't wait to talk with her.
I can't either. It's gonna be very informative.
Yes.
Yes. And with a name like Azalea, how can she not just be?
Oh, she's beautiful.
Exactly. So stay tuned.
Okay, we're back with our special guest for today, Azalea Yao Edwards. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ladies, for having me. This is exciting to be here.
We are so excited. We were saying in the intro that Joni apparently does all of these really cool things because she's been to your spa.
Well, no, I haven't been yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well then if I go
You'll have
first,
to
I'm
go
the
together.
first.
That's right. I met Azalea at it was called In the Company of Women workshop that we did a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So I have not been.
Oh, well then you're going to have to.
Yes.
Because we had said we came and we saw your beautiful location, and as soon as we walked in the door, it was just, wow, this feels really good.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I can speak a little more to that.
And we would
the
love
feeling
so.
of that.
Where'd you get started? How did you come about owning the spa? Like tell us all about you.
Yeah, sure. So I have been a licensed esthetician for 20 years, and I've had my own small skincare practice for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years ago, I started to rebrand and try to move away from the typical beauty industry standards and move more into the healing and corrective skincare and the energy work that we do. And in that rebranding, I feel like I was spiritually guided to not just expand, but to move my location. And one thing led to another, and just started following my intuition, and doors started opening, and I ended up purchasing this property right before COVID. So that was a little crazy, but again, I just kept trusting that I was being spiritually guided to do so.
Right.
In the construction of the building, I was able to, do whatever I wanted to. So I really wanted it to feel really special when you walk in, and not just have a beautiful ambiance, but you know how you go on vacation sometimes, and there's certain vacation locations that you just feel that palpable energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just feels like a really special place. You just feel that healing energy. You're able to breathe deeper, and you just know it's a really special place.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted people to feel that when they walked into my spa. So when we gutted the place out, I took spray paint and I went in on the floors and the interior walls, and I started by spray painting just really beautiful healing words, healing and calming, prosperity, abundance, safe space, and just all these really beautiful words. So it's all over the foundation, all on the inside wall.
Oh my goodness.
So cool. I just got chills.
I did too.
And then I was able to place a crystal grid into the foundation of the property.
Okay,
So
talk to me about that. What does that mean?
yeah. So I took quartz crystals, which are known to be programmable, and they amplify energy. They're a high vibrational stone. So I did a crystal grid around the outside of the building, but then also when we put up the interior walls, when we put up the studs and everything, I also gridded out the individual treatment rooms. So we can connect to that energy, we can program that energy with different intentions and keep it amplified and kind of just tune in and check in with that healing energy.
I just want to make sure I am picturing this correctly. So you literally placed crystals in.
So when they put up the framework,
That's
and
so
before
amazing.
they put up the walls, I went around and put the crystals all in the foundation.
I want to tear down my whole house and rebuild it.
And then I also put some protection crystals in there, some black tourmaline, with the intention of, really providing that safe space and protecting, anyone that comes through the doors for healing, just keeping out any energy that's not for the highest and greatest good of anyone that's coming there to relax and heal. So a little protection, a little amplification, and then we have our regular employee meetings will occasionally set real specific intentions for our guests or for us, for ourselves, for anyone walking through the door, and we'll just kind of update and put some other crystals within the spa to set that intention and hold kind of quarterly intentions for the space. As
I love that you did that. How did you get that idea?
I've worked with crystals and loved them for so long, and when we just started gutting everything out, I'm like, this is my place. Like, I can do whatever I want with this.
Right.
And then the final touch of that was I even put crushed selenite crystals in the interior paint. So all of the paint on the interior of the spa has crushed selenite.
And what is selenite good for?
Selenite is another high vibrational stone, and it brings peace and calm. And it helps to clear other stones. So other stones that absorb a lot of energy, just keeping it with a selenite crystal can help cleanse and clear those crystals. So you're always feeling that cleansing, that clearing, that high vibration, that peace and calm. So when you walk in and it just feels a certain way, like people tell me that, like it just feels.
So you're not going to believe this
good.
because when we did a little intro before you arrived, and we said that. We said it just felt so great to be. I said the energy was just so awesome walking in.
If anybody has any
And we didn't
question,
know this.
had no idea, right? If there's any question that energy affects places and people and feelings, just walk into her place. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
And it's really just all the intention behind it too. So it's like I had the intention behind these things because a simple crystal, a simple stone. There's all kinds of tools and things that we use, and it's not magic. It's also the intention and the energy that you put behind it.
So you mentioned earlier that it's programmable. Is that what you mean? That it's the
so
intention that you put
like
with it?
some crystals like rose quartz is known for like being a high vibrational crystal of love. So like self-love and helps you tap into compassion for yourself and for others. So that's a specific energy that stone holds. With a clear quartz is programmable in the way that you can set it with your own intention, like to help you with a certain thing that you want to work with, or just setting intentions that crystal can help with that vibration of the intention that you're setting.
I think we need to do a whole show on crystals.
I agree with
So
you.
we need to get you to come back. Because that is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, and then we just have a lot of other elements throughout the spa. We have larger, just crystals that are just beautiful, and we still work with the energy of those as well. And then we bring in a lot of plants, and we have a little water feature. So we're working with different elements to help people feel that connection with nature and feel grounded as well.
Right.
So then those are all the things you do to make your space. And then once people come in, you have so many things to offer.
Yeah, so many things to offer. So we do have a large menu of services, but at the heart of what we're doing at Emerge is helping people connect to a deeper understanding of their own self-care. So a deeper understanding of what their skincare needs are, a deeper understanding of what their self-care needs are, what their body needs are. So if you're getting a facial, we take a deep dive. It's a lot of paperwork, and sometimes people get a little annoyed, but then they see where we're going with it all. So we take a deep dive into things like your diet and your lifestyle, your stress level. So we really are, a holistic spa in the way that we're looking at the whole person. So a lot of people think of holistic as just being like putting nuts and berries on your face, and that's all fine and good, but we're really looking at the whole person. So we're taking a dive into the history of you and your skin, and why does your skin present the way it does, and what got you here, where are you at now, and what are the steps we can take to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So that's what we do with the skincare. And then we, for all the services, massage, energy, and skincare, we have this Ayurvedic questionnaire that helps you determine your dosha. And this one is really helpful in helping us customize the treatments. So the different doshas are like Vata is air, Pitta is fire, and then the Kapha is earth and water.
So how do those help you determine how to treat somebody?
Yeah, absolutely. So say someone is really heavy in the Pitta column. That means they have a lot of fire in them. So they might, be a little agitated, and so we might want to just kind of, calm their energy down. Or because of that fire, they may already have a lot of heat and even inflammation. So we may want to do anti-inflammatory type of treatments. Or if they have a lot of heat or they're just hot-natured, they might not want the hot steam towels or the hot stones. And so it helps us cater that treatment to what they need. If someone comes in heavy in the Vata, which is the air energy, they might be spacey or flighty. They might come in like, oh my God, you're not going to believe my day. And so we want to bring them down. We want to ground them. So we might, do some intentional grounding and use some essential oils, or, work at their feet a little bit more. Do a nice meditation to get them out of their head and into their bodies. A lot of people are just really disconnected from their body. They're just so in their head. Yeah. So that's part of what we do, is just hold space for you to relax, let go, and get into your body. And then with the Kapha energy, the earth energy, it's good to be grounded. We all need to be a little more grounded and connected to nature. But if you're too heavy and unbalanced in that earth energy, you might feel sluggish. You might have some weight gain. You might feel stuck in your life. So we actually might want to light a little fire under you, or do some stimulating treatments, or increase some heat, or different things to actually, get toxins and blood and energy moving through someone that might be a little stuck in that earth energy.
That's so interesting to me.
It's fascinating.
So I've been learning over the past few years about the different doshas. I identify as Pitta, by the way.
Me too.
And so, I've learned about different foods that you should eat for your dosha and different things like that, but I never considered how you treat yourself.
Yeah, so everything, self-care. So self-care for one person may not be what works for another. Someone, they may really enjoy meditation and that air energy, but someone else might need to hit the pavement and they need to move that energy. Or someone else that already has too much energy, the meditation is a little better for. But yeah, so it just gives us a little more insight into how to truly customize that treatment so that the guest is getting exactly what they need, even if they don't know what they need.
Right. I mean, I think of facials and massages and things like that almost as a luxury. It's something that you do to treat yourself. But the way you're describing it, it really is a fundamental part of your overall self-care regimen. And especially if you're doing something where it is individualized and authentic to you. Yeah, that's amazing. When you talked about the doshas, I had a question that popped into my head. Do people change their dosha once you are a certain way? Are you always that way?
It can change season to season. earth seasons, but it also can change season to season, as in whatever season in your life you might be in.
Oh, okay.
So you might be, going through a lot of emotional turmoil or have certain things, and so you might have irritation and inflammation and things. At one point where maybe you used to be a little more carefree and go with the flow, you might have been more in the water element or something like that. But we do change from season to season, so it is good to kind of we do occasionally redo that.
That's what I was wondering, is
see
how frequently you revisit it just to see if things have changed.
Do you know what you are?
So every time I take the questionnaire, I think it depends on my mood because I've been combinations of all three. So
and
I don't.
That's kind of what you want. You want a balance between the three.
I don't know if I'm balanced. I just take from all. But no, I don't. And even when you were describing them, I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh no, that one's me. Oh wait, that one's me. So it depends.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. We have a little bit of all of that within us.
Yeah.
So just learning to recognize when you might be out of balance, or if you're generally not feeling balanced, it may be an element that you need to connect with to help balance that out.
Yeah.
So, it works well for the facials, massage, and the energy work. It's just kind of a little first step to see what we're working with.
And you just in your I keep saying practice, but in your spa, you have people that can kind of work all of those. So for example, when someone comes in and they're going to be a new client and they go through the questionnaire, do you have different people that work with the individual? Someone may do the facial, someone may do the massage, or are they kind of with one person throughout the process?
We do have separate service providers for massage and for facials.
So they kind of specialize in their world.
Exactly. And at this time, I just hired a new esthetician, so I'm very excited. So there are 3 estheticians, and 2 of us are Reiki attuned, and then our massage therapist is also Reiki attuned, and our newest esthetician will be Reiki attuned very soon. So we're all able to incorporate the Reiki into a facial.
So how do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer Reiki as a standalone service where we can just go through and clear, the chakras and work with you that way, and just kind of see, where there's stuck energy and help you move that energy. When we incorporate it into, say, a facial, and everyone might do it a little different, but I like to begin the session with the Reiki, and I even begin all my facials with a meditation to get you out of your head into your body, so that you're able to receive the treatment a little better and connect with what you're feeling, what you're sensing, and all of that. And so I always start with a meditation and then go into just like a 15-minute Reiki session. And it just kind of depends on the day, the person, what's going on. It may be more of a focused session where I pick up on they just need a lot of work on their heart or their throat or whatever it is. Or we might just take them through a quick relaxation session of just, draining and moving whatever energy is stuck, and then just setting the intention for the Reiki to flow through the rest of the facial. And then the same thing for massage. We can, begin or end really with the Reiki. But it just helps put you in that deeper state of relaxation. And a lot of people say, I'm not able to meditate, but that felt like a meditation to me. And that's what it does. It puts you into that deep state of relaxation, that meditative state. It's like what do they call it? I think it's the theta brain wavelength. It's like right before you drift off to sleep or right after waking. So it puts your brain in that state so that you're more receptive to healing and growth, and then of course, relaxing and reducing your anxiety and all of that.
Oh, I just want to go now. So when we came to visit your spa, I was telling Joni that I've had massages throughout my life, but the best one I have ever had, the therapist was in the room and she had started, and at some point she said something along the lines of, I'm picking up some energy. It's almost like it's messages, or are you open to receiving the signs and signals that I'm getting? I'm like, absolutely. And it's just like you said, by the time I left there, I not only felt like I had had the best massage I'd ever had, but I felt like I was just $1,000,000. I was so full of energy, and it was something truly extraordinary. And it sounds like the services that you're offering and the skills that you and your estheticians have goes beyond just making your skin look better.
It really does.
So
it's more about how you feel, and then walking out with fabulous skin.
Right, that's just a
icing
bonus.
on the cake.
Right.
I love that your place is called Emerge Skin and Soul.
Right.
Yes. So, we talk a lot about mind, body, and soul, but I like to say mind, body, skin, and soul. Well, your skin really is a reflection, oftentimes, of what's going on inside, emotionally, mentally, or just, things that you've been through in your life. It shows up on your skin.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, skin and soul. So we're gonna touch you from skin to soul, and help you relax and release anything that isn't serving you.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
So how do you become trained in all of these different things? And the people that you bring into your spa, like, do you put them through any particular training to make sure that they're all on the same page?
Yes, I am very particular about how our
sure.
guests are cared for. So, I do put therapists or service providers through a rigorous interview process. First of all, I want to make sure that their energy is in alignment, and they're not going to think we're just woo-woo freaks.
Right.
So their heart's already got to, kind of be in it, or be so fascinated and willing and ready to learn. But our massage therapist, she has like 15 years experience, and she came to me already having some Reiki. And so that's part of it too. I really set the intention and feel like I, to a degree manifested and called it in this specialty, right? And then my other esthetician, she came to me with 10 years experience in the treatment room, and she is a natural healer, and we got her attuned to Reiki, and she is just such a natural. And our newest esthetician, she's so excited to get started with it too. But my master Reiki teacher is Sky Bradshaw, and she is a local spiritualist. And so I'll send them to her for if they haven't already had their own training in that, and then I just mentor them further. So I do consider myself a skin coach and an energy coach, and so mentoring, not just mentoring my clients through energy and skin, but also realizing another part of my purpose is to lead and guide and mentor others, and I am finding just as much joy and purpose in leading a team to their gifts and abilities than anything else. But let's see. So I had my own personal spiritual awakening about 6-7 years ago, and what I found was the more I opened up and shared with my guests, or just with friends and everyone in general, I was realizing that I was becoming a catalyst for other people awakening and raising their level of consciousness, and people were just kind of popping off left and right. And so I knew, and I had been studying the Reiki and became Reiki master attuned, and I knew that I was going to bring that into my practice. So that was where I started with that. And then I joined.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So is that something that you're naturally born with, or is it something that you can learn?
So
Reiki.
Yeah, so energy runs through absolutely everything. And you can work with energy, but you do have to be attuned to the certain levels of Reiki to be able to work with certain symbols and do certain things within it. So it's kind of like certifications, but it's literally an energetic attunement that you receive.
Wow. That's fascinating.
It is, but they say, everybody, and I believe this, everybody should be Reiki 1 attuned.
Yeah.
With Reiki 1, you can heal yourself, you can heal your pets, you can work on your family. Reiki 2, you can, really start, helping others. And then, master Reiki level, you can, do all kinds of things.
So there's basically three levels.
And then master Reiki teacher.
Okay.
So do you see yourself bringing this concept that you've basically developed here to other spa owners, to other estheticians, other massage therapists?
Well, believe it or not, there are, when I first started, kind of making this transition and rebranding and everything, I did feel like, it's going to be the odd man out kind of thing. But the more I get into it and the more I see just across the country that a lot of other places are getting on board with that.
Wow.
So, yeah, not just holistic, but incorporating energy work into the spa atmosphere for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So something that I wanted to ask you about, because when we came to visit your place, you were showing us your different treatment rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were in the massage room, you showed us the tuning forks.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. It was so cool.
So we have a new vibrational healing massage, and there are certain tuning forks that our massage therapist uses. There's a set of tuning forks that are specifically for like working with your aura, working with your chakras and energetically, and they're a little higher pitched, and she uses those for just the sound vibration, and then she kind of can go over your body, over your chakras with that, and just work within your energy field. And then there's another set of tuning forks, and they vibrate a little lower, more like that. And I love the sound of those. But she can actually take those and put them onto your muscle, and she can actually isolate, like take 2 tuning forks once they're resonating or vibrating, and isolate and put them into the muscle, and that vibration goes deep down in your muscles. I mean, she was placing it on my chest, and I felt like the back of my chest, back of my heart open. I literally just felt something almost like pop and open back there, and it was just a vibration.
Wow.
But it's like the vibration is literally telling your muscles, like, hey, relax. They're literally communicating with your muscles to relax. So that vibration helps to start relaxing and loosening up the muscles, and then she can go in and work it even more. Yeah, so it's a nice combination of all 3. So the sound vibration, I think she calls it acupressure application with the tuning forks, and then she follows it with her magic sorcery hands.
Oh, I like that.
We could spend the whole day there.
Oh my gosh, I know. I think we should really try all of the treatments so that we can speak to them from our personal experience.
So do you have male clients as well as female clients?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still not, I wouldn't say it's like even, but we do. There's nothing that we do that men can't do.
Men have skin too.
Yeah, exactly. Men have skin too. And they have
And
emotions,
souls.
and yes, they have souls and chakras and stuck things in their system too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but that is an interesting question. We typically think of these things as being more female focused, but yeah, men need balance and soul searching just like we do.
Absolutely.
That might be a whole new area for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were there, the 2 of you got into a conversation, and I just kind of glossed over because you lost me completely.
What are we talking about?
The cord cutting.
Oh, that might be my favorite thing that I offer.
Please help us
And
understand.
I don't do like a lot of them because it's not something where I'm just like, oh, you need a cord cutting. So cord cuttings, we're basically working with relationship dynamics, and it is an energetic service. So I do, very simply go in and cut energetic cords that might be mental, emotional, physical, sexual, or karmic. But what's really going on is we are addressing relationship dynamics. So you might have an attachment to a person, place, or a thing that is no longer serving you, but you are corded to it in a way that you might be mentally, always thinking about it. So, typically I'm working with clients that are coming out of a relationship, a divorce, or a breakup with a friendship, or something along those lines. And it might have been long enough, and they're like, why can't I get over this person, or why am I still so angry, or, XYZ. So what we do is we have a whole conversation about taking accountability and responsibility.
Those are tough
It
conversations.
can be a little triggering, but what I mean by that accountability and responsibility is simply taking your power back. It's taking your power back from something that you have knowingly or unknowingly given your power away to. So you can be entwined with someone, and you know they're not good for you, or that nothing was going anywhere with this friendship or this relationship, but you can't get out of the stories, and you're just repeating these stories in your mind, or going over arguments, or you're just talking to them, or whatever it is. So that's like a mental connection, and then you might have a heart connection to them where you've tried to move on, but every time you think about them, you're just in tears on the floor or something. And then sometimes people might have moved on, but then they literally, like, physically and sexually, if they're around someone, they can't help but reconnect with them physically, and so being able to have a hard time removing themselves physically from someone. And then it can be karmic. It can just be something that they showed up with, but it's really just relationship dynamics and taking responsibility and accountability for how we show up in relationship and what we allow in relationship. So it's, again, taking responsibility for our energy. So taking responsibility for the energy that we put out and the energy that we allow into our own energy field. And so when we look at relationship dynamics in that way, then it's like, okay, well, I can see where I showed, it's just really taking accountability for where you show up, where you're either allowing this dynamic to continue or what have you. But we just kind of have a whole conversation around that. But it's really empowering. So like I said, it's not taking the blame. It's taking your power back from something that you've just given your energy away, that's just sucking your energy. And then, sometimes people can do one and it's one and done, and they just feel so free. And then some people aren't quite ready to let go of the story, or they're not ready, so they might need a few sessions and a few more conversations to work through what it is that they're going through. But that's fun for me because, I went through my own process of empowerment through letting go of some things that weren't serving me.
So what if someone has this feeling of either anger or I don't know what other emotions you could put with it, but they don't know that it's attached to a specific person? Can you cut the cord from these emotions that aren't necessarily healthy for someone, or does it kind of have to be attached to more of a person?
Just within the Reiki work itself, we might go into the heart space and see if there's some resentment or anger, forgiveness or lack of forgiveness, something that is stuck, that's just stuck. You don't have to know what that is to try to release that. But when it comes to cord cutting, it's always good to anchor into a specific person, because if it's even if it's just one specific person and you've kind of had a repeating pattern, just by anchoring into one person, then it kind of cuts the ties with past relationships that were repeating a similar dynamic.
Right.
So maybe it's not right now. Maybe you're not, it might not be someone you're in relationship right now. But if you think about it, it might be someone from the past. And this something in your present is just bringing that back up.
It's triggering.
Yeah, triggering that, bringing that back up. So, if you were able to connect with who or what it might have been, then you can kind of anchor into that situation to cut ties and feel better in the now.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So when I learned about cord cutting, I learned through a workshop from Gabby Bernstein. You know Gabby, right? You don't follow her?
No.
So she kind of walks you through certain things and certain questions you have to ask yourself, and how you get to that point. But I could see how it would be so helpful to come to someone like you, because the whole accountability thing. Do you know what I mean? If I'm talking with you about it and working through my issues with you, I think it's a little easier to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when I'm trying to do it myself, you hide from the things that you don't.
You can hide from yourself. When you have someone else working with you, they can kind of be that mirror and reflection.
So I like that idea.
Yeah. Accountability is huge in, whatever. We talk about fitness, or, if I don't have somebody that's expecting to meet me at the gym or the class or whatever it is, I can come up with a million reasons not to be there. So accountability is a big one.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, accountability, it's really come up a lot in my process. And, they say once you work through certain things that are holding you back, that thing can become your medicine. So it's definitely part of my medicine now is helping people to take accountability and responsibility. But it always comes from a place of love. I want you to take your power back from this thing that just isn't serving you. And I have found, and it's an uncomfortable part of my process, but because I have such a strong energy of accountability and responsibility, people that cannot take accountability and responsibility, they vibrate out of my field a little chaotically. Yeah, it's like they can't even be in my space, and it's like they spin out.
And that's like your superpower.
It is kind of a superpower.
I wish I could vibrate some people out.
Well, maybe those little uncomfortable. But I do my best to, as long as I'll try to help you take accountability and responsibility and welcome you back with open arms. But
oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. So I wish that everybody could have the experience of coming to Emerge Skin and Soul. And maybe there'll be a mad rush on Greensboro, North Carolina with everybody coming. But if they can't, how do people find your type of services where they are? Is there a way to either Google or what to look for? How do people find things like
well,
you?
I will tell you, we also do some virtual offerings. So we can do a virtual consultation, facial. I can even do Reiki virtually.
Really?
For a while, I was doing some corporate virtual facial events, and I would walk them through the process of the facial, send them a kit of products, and then walk them through the facial steps, and then we'd include a gua sha stone, and I would instruct them on how to do their own gua sha facial massage for releasing tension, moving fluid and toxins and stuck energy from your face and neck and shoulder area, and then guide them through a meditation and do a little Reiki session virtually. So we can do that virtually, but just look for, just Google things like, Reiki in my area, Reiki facials. There are some spas I know that do crystal facials. Just kind of let the Google find it for you, I guess.
And we are not paid by Google. But we could be.
And then at your location, you have products that support all of this that people can take home with them, right?
Yes. So we have a lot of supportive tools and just beautiful self-care gift items. We started, bringing on a few things to assist the energy work that we were doing. We partnered with Vita Pour Tea, a local tea house, and they created a line of chakra teas for us. So there's a tea to support each chakra that you might be working with. And then we have beautiful intention candles that have crystals and flowers and essential oils and specific intentions that you can work with. So you can burn a candle, meditate on, certain intentions that you have. We have soaps and adult bath bombs and different things that all, again, have intentions behind them. Self-care, self-love, meditation, sacred space, just different things that you can bring in that way. And then we have different smudging tools, and then we have liquid smudge if people don't want to burn things in their home. And then we have fun things like I'm wearing some of our intentional crystal bracelets, and they have different crystals and intentions behind those. And then they have a raw sandalwood, so you can put essential oils on the raw sandalwood. And then we sell very intentional essential oil blends like positivity and grounding and different things of that nature. And we sell crystal sets, and we have like pendulums for tapping into your subconscious. People can kind of spin themselves out trying to figure out what to do from their logical mind, and tapping into your subconscious mind with like a pendulum, and kind of just helps you connect deeper with yourself, with your higher self, with spirit, God, universe, and kind of helps you, see what your higher self wants for you in a situation. So just lots of little fun things that we provide to assist with the energy work and the work that we do.
Wow. And are all of those things available on a website or some way that people can?
I forgot, but we do, yes, have a, in addition to our website, you can book services and browse our menu that way. There should be a link. We do have a shopping site that does have quite a few of our gift offerings are available on there. Yeah.
So for the local people that might be viewing our episode today, how can they find you?
Yeah, so we are on the corner of North Elm and State Street. Just been there a little over a year, so I got my directions confused. And you can go to our website, which is Emerge Skin and Soul, SOUL.com, and you can browse our menu of services, and you can schedule an appointment, or our receptionist is very knowledgeable and super helpful. You can call and discuss any questions or concerns with her, and she can help you get booked for any services.
Oh, fantastic!
So
we're
amazing.
so doing this.
Oh yeah,
I know. So look for us. Well, this was just absolutely fantastic. You are such a delight. You're another one of our guests that just has this energy that
bright light.
Yes, I just want to sit and look at you. But really, thank you so much for all the great information and for all that you're doing. You're definitely helping a lot of people.
Yes,
it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When I told you she was beautiful,
oh my gosh.
a beautiful soul.
A beautiful soul. So again, another guest that is just so full of knowledge, so full of this beautiful energy.
Yes.
We are so blessed to be able to do this.
I know. This is so much fun.
I know. It is a blast. It really is. And I hope it's coming through and showing to the people that are watching that it's fun, it's informative, it's just amazing.
It really is, and I can't wait to go visit her.
I know. So the whole crystal thing, I really think we could make an entire episode just talking about crystals and the power of crystals and what different crystals do and how to use them. I mean, that's something I'm also not familiar with.
I think we're going to have another season because we want to bring all our guests back again and talk about other things.
Exactly. But I think the beauty of this one was, and I think I said it when we were talking, when I think of facials and massages and things like that, it seems like a luxury. Like if you have to budget or, cut something out, that's going to be one of the first things to go. But the way she talks about it and the way she does it, it's so much more than just trying to have good skin. Like your skin is your largest organ and all that stuff, but it goes so much deeper than that.
Right. Excuse me, because we always talk about finding balance and taking care of yourself, and that's exactly what she's all about.
Right? Yeah. So fantastic. Good job. Great guest.
Good job.
So I can't wait to see what we talk about next time. It'll
Oh,
probably be something that Joni's done and I haven't, but just kidding.
I'm sure next week will be great. I can't remember who our guest is for next week
either. But it'll be great. Come join us. It'll be fantastic.
See you next time. Thank you.